and struck him and killed him. Your servant has struck down both lions and bears, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be one of them. For he has defied the armies of the living God. And David said, the Lord who delivered me from the paw of the lion and from the paw of the bear will deliver me from the hand of this Philistine. And Saul said to David, go, and the Lord be with you. So this right here is our second step right here. It is trusting in God. He trusted in God, and he is acknowledging his past victories so that he is able to go ahead and, go into this, this fight as a winner, and he is going to come out as a winner also. So the next scripture verse is from the same book of 1 Samuel 17. It's 44 through 47. It reads, the Philistines said to David, come to me, and I will give you your flesh. I will give your flesh to the birds of the air and to the beasts of the field. Then David said to the Philistine, you come to me with a sword and a spear and with a javelin, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of the armies of Israel, whom you have defied. This day the Lord will deliver you into my hand, and I will strike you down and cut off your head. And I will give the dead bodies of the host to the Philistines this day, to the birds and to the wind and to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a God in Israel, and that all this assembly may know that the Lord saves not with sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into our hand. So this right here is pretty self-explanatory. Our third step is focusing on what God can do, not the fear. So sometimes some people focus on the fear of, hey, I might not make it. Hey, this seems like it's too hard of a challenge. It seems like it's too much. It seems like I can't do it. I can't, and we're just focusing on the fear. But this right here is telling us that we have to focus on what God is going to do, and not what God just can do, what God is going to do. So our last scripture verse for today is going to be none other than 1 Samuel 17 verses 48 through 50, and it reads, when the Philistine arose and came and drew near to meet David, David ran quickly towards the battle line to meet the Philistine, and David put his hand in his bag and took out a stone and slung it and struck the Philistine on his forehead. The stone sank into his forehead, and he fell on his face to the ground. So David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and with a stone, and struck the Philistine and killed him. There was no sword in the hand of David. So this right here is telling us he didn't need no sword to go ahead and overcome this battle that seems so big for him. He did not need a sword. And, our last step in, overcoming this specific fear that David took, this specific steps that David took to overcome his fear, his last step was to confidently take opportunities to face your fear and watch God give you the victory over them. So it's basically telling us, do not focus on our fears, focus on what God is going to do for you, how God is going to have you overcome this fear. So if there's one thing that you guys can go ahead and take away from this, this topic today of fearing, specifically David's fear, we can take that no matter how big a storm block may seem, no matter how big a test may seem, no matter how big a giant may seem, that God is going to be the one to overcome everything for you. He is going to be the one to fight your battles without you even needing to try. And he is going to be the one that is going to step in and take control over every situation that you may be fearing in your life right now. So if there's one thing I want you guys to go ahead and take away, is that God is going to fix it. God is going to handle it. But you need to go ahead and confidently know that God is going to have you win this victory over whatever test may be bothering you. And you need to go ahead and just think to yourself that, hey, I'm going to win this battle, because nothing can get in my way, because God is by my side. So you guys have been tuned into none other than the Little People Show here on Omega Radio. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have, but I'm going to go ahead and finish playing this one for you guys, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn you guys back over to your normal scheduling. This has been a wonderful, wonderful show, and I have enjoyed it with you guys, but all good things must come to an end. We are continuing our topic of fear. Next week, we'll be talking about a new story of fear in the Bible and how they overcame it. So go ahead and keep it tuned and keep it locked. Thank you for joining me on the Little People Show. Have a great, great, great day.